Good morning, dear students. Let us see what is given in question number 3 of your worksheet. Chapter is compound interest. Rohit deposited rupees 10,000 in a bank. See, 10,000 rupees 10,000. That means here the principal amount is rupees 10,000. Okay. Now, for how many months? For 6 months. So time is given as 6 months. Rohit deposited rupees 10,000 in a bank for 6 months. Okay. If the bank pays compound interest at 12% per annum. See, rate is given as 12% per annum. You have to keep this in mind for 1 year. Okay. Reckoned quarterly. Children, see here, reckoned quarterly means after every 3 months. Quarterly means 4 times a year. 1 quarter is equal to 3 months. So this here the amount is reckoned quarterly. Okay. So you have to find out the amount to be received by Rohit after the maturity. So 6 months means obviously here 2 quarter years. 2 quarter years. And 12% per annum means 12 by 4, 3% per quarter year. Per quarter year. Okay. Now let us find the interest for the first quarter year. Interest for the first quarter year will be principal amount multiplied by rate into time, always taken as 1 quarter year or 1 half year or 1 annual year, divided by 100. This we take as per the question given. If it is quarterly, we take 1 quarter year. If it is half yearly, we take 1 half year. And if it is annually, we take 1 complete year. Okay. Cancel zeros. You'll get rupees 300. So amount after first quarter year will be 10,000 plus 300. So it will be rupees 10,300. Now let us see what is the amount after the second quarter year. It will now the principal amount will be 10,300 as you all know, into rate is 3 into 1 divided by 100. So again cancel these two zeros. 103 into 3, this will be equal to 309. So amount after the second quarter year will be rupees 10,300 plus 309. So it will be rupees 10,609. Find the amount to be received by him on maturity. So Rohit will receive 10,609 after the maturity. After the maturity of what? Maturity of the account. Children, now let us see question number 4. Find the difference between the compound interest on rupees 25,000 at 16% per annum for 6 months, compounded half yearly and quarterly respectively. What is the best option? Children, listen carefully. In this question, you have to find the compound interest when the amount is compounded half yearly as well as when the amount is compounded quarterly. So you have to do this in two parts. Part 1 and part 2. Part 1 and part 2. Now what will be the difference in part 1 and part 2? See, you have to find the compound interest when compounded half yearly and when compounded quarterly. Okay. So this is what the things are required. So in both the cases, you have to keep in mind that the principal is the same. Principal amount is how much? Rupees 25,000 here. And here also it is rupees 25,000. Okay. Now See here, what is the rate given? Rate is 16% per annum. This is 16% per annum. That means 16 by 2% half yearly. 16 by 2% half yearly. I'm not writing half yearly because we have already written half yearly. We have already written half yearly. Okay. So this will be, that is equal to 8%. That is equal to 8%. So this is equal to how much? 8%. This is equal to 8%. Now here what will be the rate? Quarterly. That means 16 divided by 4. 16 divided by 4%. 16 divided by 4%. So that will be equal to 4% because 16% was for annual, percent per annum. But here we are compounding quarterly. The amount is getting compounded quarterly. So the rate percent will be 16% by 4, that will be 4%. Now see, time is 6 months. So here it will be 1/2 year. So time will be 1/2 year here, and here the time will be 2 quarter years, isn't it? 2 quarter years. 2 quarter years. Now from here it is very clear that you have to find the interest for only for one time here, because it is, the time is given 6 months and it makes only 1/2 year. But here you have to find interest 2 times. So let us quickly proceed and then we will see what will be the difference between the compound interest, whether half yearly is better option or quarterly is better option. So interest here will be principal amount, that is 25,000, multiplied by rate, that is 8, multiplied by 1/2 year, divided by 100. So two zeros cancel. At the end you are getting 250 into 8, which will be equal to rupees 2000. Okay. So this is the compound interest which you get when the money is compounded half yearly. Now let us proceed for the next part here. Here how do you calculate interest? Interest will be equal to principal amount. That is, see here children, it is 25,000, not 2,500. So here you can see that interest is equal to 25,000 multiplied by rate, here is 4. You have to see properly, 4, and into, every time you will calculate only for one term, divided by 100. So when you cancel two zeros, you will be left with 250 into 4, that will be equal to rupees 1000. Okay. Now interest for the second year. Before finding the interest for second year, you have to keep in mind that you have to find the amount also. So see, I am finding the amount in this space which is in between. So see, amount after the first year when you are compounding quarterly will be equal to 25,000 plus 1000. So that will be equal to 26,000 rupees. So here when you calculate interest for the second year, your principal amount will be equal to 26,000 multiplied by your rate is how much? 4 into second quarter year divided by 100. Now when you cancel zeros, 1, 2, 1, 2, you will be left with 260 into 4. Let us quickly see what is 260 into 4. 4 zeros are 0, 4 6 are 24, 2 4 2s are 8 and 2 10, 1040. So this amount is equal to 1040. Now children, see, after the first year the interest was 1000 and after the second year the interest was 1040. So total interest will be equal to 1000 plus 1040, that is equal to rupees 2040. 2040. Okay, when you are calculating the compound interest half yearly on 25,000 at 16% per annum rate, you are getting the interest 2,000. When you are investing that money for quarterly on the same rate of interest, your compound interest is 2040. That means which option is better? Compounding the amount quarterly is the better option. Compounding the money quarterly is the better option. You are getting 40 rupees more. So children, you can say that. So the better option is compounding half yearly. No, compounding half yearly or quarterly? Compounding quarterly. Yes, come on dear children. Let us see what is given in question number 5. Chapter 6, worksheet 2, compound interest. Bela borrowed rupees 25,000 from a finance company to start her boutique at 20% per annum, compounded half yearly. Compounded half yearly. What amount of money will clear her debt after 1.5 years? Children, see here, it's very simple. Everything is given very clearly. See, the principal amount given here is rupees 25,000. Okay. Rate is 20% per annum. 20% per annum. That means 10% half yearly. Isn't it? Next is compounded half yearly. What amount of money will clear her debt after 1.5 years? That means time is 1.5 year. 1.5 year means 18 months. 1 year 12 months, half year 6 months, 12 plus 16 is 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 years means how many half years? How many half years? 3 half years. Okay. So 3 half years is equal to 3 half years. Now everything is very clear. We have to just find out the interest, and then we have to tell what amount should Bela return back to that finance company. So first let us find out the interest for the first year, first half year. 25,000 multiplied by rate is 10% half yearly, so 10 into 1, because every time you have to calculate for one term only, divided by 100. So 0 0 0 0 cancel. 250 into 10, here it is rupees 2500. So let us see what is the amount after the first year. 25,000 plus 2500. So it is how much? So it is 00572. 27,500. This is the amount after the first half year. So now let us see what is the amount after interest after the second half year. So 27,500 multiplied by the rate is 10 into 1 divided by 100. So again we shall cancel the two zeros. So you will be getting 275 into 10, that is rupees 2750. Okay. So for the amount second year, you will be adding 27500 plus 2750. So let us add here 2750. So see 0, 5, 7 and 5, 12, 2, 1, 9 and 2. 0, 5, 7 and 5, 12, 2, 1, 7 to 9 and 1, 0 here. Yes, amount after the second half year will be 30,250. Okay, 30,250. So let us see what will be the interest during the third half year. So we will be calculating on the principal 30,250. Now rate will be 10 into 1 divided by 100. Okay. So now let us cancel the 0, 0, 0 and again here 0, here 0. So you are getting interest 3025. Now children, your principal amount was 30250 for your third year. 30250 for the third year. And the interest calculated was 3025. So see the finally you are getting 33,275 as the amount after the completion of the third year. So what amount should Bela return to the finance company? Bela should give back. Bela should return rupees 33,275 to the company, to the finance company. Okay. So this will be the final amount to be given to the finance company to clear her debt.